Is that gem that cursed that all of the horrible creatures of the earth have banded together? All the horrible creatures of mythology. Is there gonna be a fucking dragon that comes along that kills all these people at some point too? I mean, it must be. Must be the case. Fucking vampires come out of the ground and bite them all to death. Fucking zombies.
I've got you. Don't move. I'll get you down.
Alright. So they splashed water on the spider monster. And over here, people are fighting another spider monster. These guys are all very, very calm for somebody, for dealing with a fucking daddy longlegs death attack. What's happening above hold? Oh, okay, I can't really tell. Do I have this guy figured out? He must be one of the surgeons, right? Henry Evans is a surgeon. Okay. That makes sense. This guy, I don't know yet. He's working on opening up to the lower decks. Who is this? He was, Klestel. Don't know who that guy is. I assume that this is probably... Is there a bosun's mate, though? It might be. So, I don't know who they are. Let's see what other memories they appeared in. The first memory is... Soldiers of the Sea Part 6 is where they died. They were also present at the murder, because everyone was present at the murder. And... at a bitter cold... I don't remember who they were. They were at the large cow. I guess I should be able to figure this out, but I don't know it off the top of my head. He was spiked, though. That part I can figure out easily enough. I wish I could just replay that memory, though, from... just clicking on it in the book, but that's fine. So I'm trying to find the person who got bitten to death by the spider. This is like some Starship Troopers shit all of a sudden. What part will you play in the war against the arachnoids? I bet you anything that eventually I'm gonna have to piece together, like, who was in the background of certain scenes and how they died and things like that. Well, I found out the thing that caused all the blood to appear on the ground. It was a goddamn spider monster. I'm gonna do something really quick, though. No, I'm not. I'm not. Let's just play out the spider monster. Well, I don't know what to tell y'all, aside from the fact that this guy got spiked, and then maybe he crawled all the way around to try and get to safety. This spider got set on fire? Oh yeah, the spider must have been set on fire, which is why somebody else dunked a bunch of water on him. And we have a bunch of other people who died to spiders. These other people were fighting the spiders. They were taking cover behind this thing. And these guys died probably to spider-related death attacks. Well, Ah, ha ha ha. I don't know who they are. I probably should be able to figure out who they are. But they were spiked, I guess? And they should be very easy for me to tell who they are, because they're just a one memory. So, depicted in the Justice at Sea sketch, they're this gentleman. They appear in, I assume, 2 memories, one of which is probably at the murder memory, because everybody appeared in this one. Oh no, they were one of the people that was at the cow slaughter. How many people were at the damn cow slaughter? Seemed like that was just a thing to do that day. Man, being a pirate is very boring. Oh boy, a twofer. Be able to find out what happened to 2 dead guys at once. Can't wait. It's not going to be very much of a mystery, though. I'll tell you what happened to the both of them. They were spiked by spiders. Spoiler alert. Doesn't take a whole lot to figure that out, but I'm going to call it right here. Spiked by spiders.
We're no use!
Called it. Easiest game in the world. Spiked by spiders. All things being equal, sounded like a pretty calm fight. This guy chucked some fire. This guy clearly looks like they're the cook. And they look scared to fucking death right now. On account of the fact that they have to fight this spider monster that has like a witch on top of it. It's pretty cool looking. But wow. These are like spider centaurs. It's like it's carrying a freaking spear. It's not just a person riding a spider. It looks like the top half of them is a human being. That's a really terrifying monster there, Lucas Pope. That is pretty terrifying. Boy, a lot of people died to getting spiked by spiders. Huh. Okay, so the surgeon's mate was spiked. This is like watching someone else play Dark Souls. Yeah, it is. It's like watching other people trying to play Dark Souls, and you're just like, oh, those poor bastards. They just keep getting spiked by all the terrible monsters. And that's literally just what it's like playing this right now. It's a let's play of fighting the spider monsters. And it's like, why don't they just use fire magic on the spiders? They're weak to fire magic. And then they keep dying. And you just get more and more pissed off. Because what is the point of watching a let's play than to get really, really, really freaking mad at the player who's playing it? Boy, a lot of terrible things happen in this room. Let's find out one of them.
What's going on?
Stay back! It's already going to the neck.
Hey! Come on, boss! No, get there! Hey! Cat!
Alright, so this guy... Hang on. So this guy's saying it's already done for Nick. Telling him to get down. And he tried to kill this bad boy with an axe. And he got fucking shot by the Spidey. And then we have like the Queen Spidey up here, which killed this guy pretty badly. Killed a lot of people. Yep, lots of folks, what with which got spiked. What a surprise. What a surprise indeed. Well, let's see if I can figure out how this guy died. Soldiers of the Sea, location of the corpse. En demon. Out of the way. What's going on? Stay back. It's already done for, Nick. Come on, boss. No, get down. Hey, catch. Spiked. So I guess one of these guys is French. Probably this guy is French? He saw this thing and said, it's a demon. Stay back, it's already done for, Nick. I guess this isn't Nick, even though somebody's yelling at him. Beat to the quarters, enemy aboard. What's going on? Stay back, it's already done for, Nick. Come on, boss. No, get down. Hey, catch. I mean, it implies that this should be Nick, but the game is telling me that I don't have enough information to determine that that's Nick. Try anyways. There's Nicholas Bartoli. Or Botterill. I don't know why I said Bartoli. I was just thinking of the spaghetti I cooked earlier, I guess. He was spiked. Well, guess it's not Nick. Good to know. Maybe this guy's supposed to be Nick. This guy is about to get spiked to shit, though, by this thing. There is no way that that's not hitting him right in the chest. Didn't happen to me, so who cares? Oh, boy. There's a lot of people on this boat. I'm getting a little bit intimidated by this game now, because I am not having a good night in terms of solving any of these puzzles. I've only picked up 3. My hope is that the game is paced a certain way, so that that's a understood experience where Lucas Pope is just like, yeah, we'll piecemeal out the victories, and we'll give them a stretch of where, like, they don't get a whole lot of conclusions. I wouldn't be surprised. That's kind of how I would pace this game out myself. But also, I'm worried that there's never going to be an uptick. That, like, well, I got these 6 after Baba. That was my peak.
What is it?
Alright. So what I can gather is that this guy was stabbed right away, and everyone freaked the fuck out when it happened. Reasonable. Wow, that's actually really cool looking. And this guy, okay, so they were practicing gymnastics, and it looks like this guy was in the middle of doing something freaking sweet, and everybody was gathered around to watch it, and the gymnastics show was rudely interrupted by horrifying spider demons. But, I mean, that's what spider demons do. That's why you don't invite them to cookouts. That's why you don't go to their bar mitzvahs. Because you go to one, and then all of a sudden, there's just spider demons that's constantly inviting you to shit, and you never want to go, and then they guilt trip you, and it's just horrible. Alright, who is this? Fuck if I know, but they were spiked. They were in 2 memories. The first one was in well, I guess he was in this scene. I don't know which person he was in that scene, but he was one of them. I guess he might have been the guy, one of the Russian people? I don't really know. I'll have to go back into that scene and find out what did it. Is it the acrobat now? Okay. I get to figure out what happened to the gymnast. It'll be funny to me to find out what he was actually doing. I assume he was trying to stay on the ground, and the spiders had a very, very different idea about letting him get away with that whole standing and being alive business. I like to think that was the trajectory he was taking when he did all this stuff. Ah. Nope. Oh well. Oh. So this guy was trying to raise the sail, and he got hit by one of the spider demon's lightning spells. That happens. They are, after all, really fucking cool looking. So these are all the guys that were working the sails and stuff like that. There were a lot of them. They're impossible to distinguish, just like everyone else. And I guess they wanted to raise the sail to get away from whatever the source of all the spider demons was. To which I say, cowards. Why you gotta be so scared of just a little bit of spider demonage, right? I mean, at the time, we didn't know how deadly they were gonna be. They hadn't killed anybody yet. We were young and naive and innocent at the time. But now we know. So who is this? I don't know. He looks like everyone else. But I'll tell you what happened to him. He got struck. Oh. He got electrocuted. Alright. So, this was not a great playthrough for me. I feel like I did very, very below average compared to my previous sessions. Oh boy. I'll have to figure this out. It's going to be a lot of logical thinking, which, oh, I don't want to do that at all. That's the last thing I want to be doing. But, you know, I'll work through it. I'll try to figure this shit out, and we'll have to save most of that for another night, though, because I got to sign off now. But this was fun. So, thank you all for watching.